podcast, I think that I get connected with the storytellers. So this is my top one program. And the second one is the Attack Me. Its name is Attack Me. And this program introduces all the latest news and also the stories about the technical news. And I think that introduced me around all of the around the digital marketing and also the tech news, so that I can get more closer with the news around the world. It's like the game that we played just now, that a guest will put some content to let others to guess what's the answer. So I think that with that entertaining content, I get more familiar with the oral English, oral words. So I think that after listening to around 1 or 2 years, and I can count on my 小宇宙 app, I've seen that many hours listening time. Yeah, and I think that magic happens that I can listen and understanding the contents they are talking about, because at first I didn't pay attention to what they are doing. But after one year, I can understand all what they are talking. And also I didn't I think that the normal speed is too easy for me, so I made it more difficult, that I played it in 1.3 speed up, and I still can understand. So I feel so happy. Yeah, this is the stage 1, which I act as the listener, and I think that it helps me improve my listening skills. And then I think that I can make a deeper engagement with the podcast. And I heard a method that in shadow reading, yeah, it can help improve the English. So I use the podcast as the shadow reading. Yeah, that means that I listen to the podcast, and in the meanwhile, I will speak out what they are talking. So, and I also made a challenge that I record what I shadow reading into a new podcast. So I think this is really interesting. But I still kept practicing. Yeah, I will recite shadow reading a new episode for around 20 minutes every day. And until now, I have recorded for 60 episodes, and I think that I can gradually more and more catch up with the contents, and not only listening but also shadow reading. So I think this is a new method that I tried with the podcast. And then I found that around me, there are many friends, they started their own podcast as well. For example, many members in other clubs, they started their podcast practicing their English, they focus on the English learning. So one name is Gossip English. And I found that it has many, around 1,000 subscribers. And I also have another friend that she initiated a podcast, and she talked with her friends, and also the topic is around the daily life. And when I listen to that podcast, I think that I feel relaxed, and the content they are talking is just the daily life. So I think that why not I also start a podcast? So I tried this month and last month that I launched a podcast, and I invited my friends to come onto the room, and then we talk casually. So right now I have this podcast has recorded to the second episode, and my goal for this year is to record at least 10 episodes, which means that I need to record for twice a month. So I think that during the first second episode, and I think that I am very deeply connected with the friends around all of our talking, and also our emotions can on the same turn. So I think that starting a podcast can also be a new experience that I can also get my new ability. So to conclude, my dive into the podcast is from the very first as the listener and then as the shadow reader, and then now I am the creator. And I think that I really love listening and also creating a podcast. And I also looking forward that maybe someday I can talk with you on the podcast as well.
Oh.